Hello everyone, thank you for being here with
Hello.
us tonight. I have Peter with me today. He is the owner and president of the company. Today we're going to be talking to you about the market, and Peter is going to be talking to us about that. But before we do that, I do wanted to make a quick announcement. We have a new person on the admin BTO integration team. So whenever you call and talk to admin, if you get to talk to her, please welcome her. Her name is Courtney, and she has been joining us this week and last week. So she's still in training, so be patient. But whenever you talk to her, please make sure that you are welcoming her. And before we do that, I know that Peter wanted to go over some reminders. So,
Yes.
Peter?
Thank you, Myra.
And I will be, sorry, I will be taking the names down. So if you are logged in as iPhone or Android, please make sure that you let me know that you're here in the chat so that I can have your name. This is for your chance of winning the $300 at the end of the meeting.
Yes, thank you, Myra. Yes, thank you all for joining us. Other company updates, you might have heard this last time, but Freight Guard report, we've been cleaning that up quite a bit, and I am very, very proud of the team here that we were able to knock down quite a few, and we're down to one that we're still fighting against. But thank you guys all that been with us for some time now, that you are working hard on not to get these Freight Guard reports. And if you have any questions about any of that, please reach out to the admin team. They will be more than welcome to explain and show you, and how shipping specialist team how all that works. And if you have any questions. But I'm really, really proud of shipping specialist team on getting this down. And I feel like, yes, that is really good for you guys. That's really good for all of us. Yes, also, secondly, PDP, we did as a whole fleet, we did very, very well. Yes, we did very, very well with the DOT roadside blitz last week. And I am really, really, really happy for all of us, and I'm really proud of every single one of you BTOs out there that are trying really, really hard to make this work, because of course you understand how important it is, the roadside inspections, and how it all plays into the insurance and so forth, which, by the way, insurance renewal, I spoke to again today just to see an update on what's the latest on that. And because of the score, the safety score, that it's been down for over a year now, pretty much since beginning of 2023, or was it even earlier than that, approximately. It's been, all of the levels have been down, lower than the threshold, and all of you guys are getting, the what is it, like 44 or 43?
43.
Yeah, 43 points, 43 percentage chance that you can be pulled over versus what we used to have at 80. And I think in order to get a roadside inspection, no matter what's up, DOT will give it to you around 80%. So for us, you are getting that green light, which makes it much easier for you guys. Yes, but just, of course, keep it up. Keep up with the roadsides. Keep up with the with all of the stuff. Yeah, quarterly inspections, with getting all of the truck binder, up to date and so forth. If you need to update anything, please let us know in the office so we can be proactive on that. But I'm really, really proud of every single one of you guys that are really trying hard on this. And of course, all of this is paying back, because at the insurance renewal, it's most likely, I mean, I don't know exactly the numbers and stuff like that, but this year specifically, just like last year, it went down. The insurance actually went down for us last year. And this year, we expected very, very, very likely, from what I'm seeing and hearing, it will go down again. So I'm really, really excited for that. It has to do with safety score. It also has to do with insurance cycles. They have their own cycles, and with the insurance competition and so forth in environment, we have a very good chance of dropping on that insurance, total for the whole fleet. So I'm really, really excited for you guys on that. And of course, we pass on those savings to you guys because you deserve it. Yes. Also, as you know, with having this shop, this place here in Midlothian, this new location, we have more parking spaces available. We have the shop available, and this on the picture on my screen. Nay, if you could please show them. But just so you know, this is where we at. In Dallas on South, right between Fort Worth and Dallas in South, and then this is the team. So you can come. There's no waiting time for you guys. You are always getting the priority on all the team. On all the repairs, anything that you need. If you have a part or something that needs to be ordered in advance, we can even do that. We can come and pick you up, and if it needs a major repair from pretty much anywhere in the U.S. So if you have anything that you might need on tires and so forth, please reach out and think of us, because I'm sure that we can definitely do it much faster than any other competitor here, because again, you are our priority. And yes, and of course we're improving, and we're growing, and so forth, and building the team for the mechanics.
So you get 3 positive points for being here with us tonight, joining us for the meeting, and you also get a chance to win the $300. We pick 2 names, and we're going to be doing that at the end of the meeting. But then we also do the MVO, the most valuable owner operator. So please stay until the end of the meeting if you want to find out if you're on the top 3. The first place gets $1,000, second place $750, and then we have a third place winner for $250. We have some exciting news if everything stays as it is for what we were looking at just a few minutes ago. So please remain until the end of the meeting if you want to find out if you're one of the top 3 winners.
Yes, and then after the roll call, I'll dig into the market a little bit, the updates on that. But if you have any questions, you can start sending them now or throughout the time when we're talking. So
yes, we're going to be doing those in the chat. So please go ahead and start sending your questions over. We're not going to open the mics. We're just going to do it through the chat. So
alrighty, thank you, Myra. So yes, the market update. I want to talk about a little bit about some of these reports that I've been getting, and I'm sure that you are reading them also. But it's very, very important that you guys are catching up on this, because the whole purpose of knowing and understanding where we are in the market is so that, 1, you can be prepared, and 2, that you don't have to be afraid. So there's more than one report that I look at. I mean, pretty much a lot of brokers have their own reports. A lot of banks have their own reports. A lot of load boards have their own reports. You can subscribe to them. I would recommend Freight Waves, Truck Stop. Yes, you got Coyote, and I mean, there's just tons and tons and tons that have their own also. But yes, what I really liked about a lot of these is the detail and explanation of exactly what everything means and how they come to it. But of course, you have to understand that all of it is an opinion. And if you just read somebody that one person, I mean, you will have probably a skewed version of the market. So try to read more than one to keep up with it. And just in general sense, of course. But then there's, of course, more detail that you can get into, with specific maps, specific, markets and so forth. But I'm going to be talking about in general, of course, and I'm going to be talking about the spot market mostly, because that's what we are, focusing on here at PDP Trucking. Yes, but there's I mean, there's a lot to cover. I mean, I'm not going to be able to cover all in just a few minutes. But one of the good news that I like that I'm seeing is that the rates of truckload spot rate has been declining. And it's been slowing down, and that's really, really, really good, because obviously it just says, it proves that you know, the cycle is happening, and it's slowing down, and it's going to be picking up. But interestingly, you know, in the fourth quarter of 2022 and first quarter of 23, it actually, you know, dropped very, very small. Which, like I said, and I said this before, that we finally hit rock bottom. So that's pretty much, you know, showing it. Diesel prices have dropped too. And this basically coincides with the whole idea of, well, supply and demand. And as you know, like I said before, nothing changes rates as much as the supply and demand. So I mean, the prices of diesel fuel would drop because there's not as a big supply and demand in the first quarter and you know, second quarter and so forth, where we at right now. So it just proves my point. And then economic, microeconomic, it's very, very important to look at. It's the third cycle that I refer to. You know, the economic cycle, and it usually goes between 8 to 12 years and so forth as a whole. But if you've been in the industry long enough, you feeling this first quarter like something's different, right? Something's much more difficult in some ways. But you know, if you are not aware of the cycles, then every every little bit of cycle, you know, you feel it, and you're just like, oh my gosh, what's going on? But when you see the cycle and you understand the cycles and how they work, you understand, okay, we're going through this time. So what does it mean? What do we do during this time, you know? But in microeconomics, yes, that has been dropping. And I like this report from Coyote specifically, how they show it. But BMO actually has sending me this also update every week. And they have really good, you know, showing of microeconomics and stuff like that too. And spot rates, how it all drops and goes up and so forth. But what's good and what's bad, I mean, they talk about specifically microeconomics being the drive force of supply and demand, specifically for you know, spot market and so forth, which I mean, yeah, we all knew that, but it's just interesting to hear perspectives of all of these different people. And this one's very interesting because during the cycles, we always see how the Class 8 truck orders, they go up and down, and they kind of follow the cycles also. And it's been kind of different this time around because during COVID, there was a lot of shortage of trucks being built. And you couldn't find parts and so forth pretty much anywhere for just basic stuff. Some very, very old equipment were going for almost $1 million, in my opinion. You know? So it was just ridiculous.
Like
yeah. Yeah, but recently, this year at least, the truck, you know, the truck orders has been going up. You know, which basically you would think that, well, you know, if everybody's screaming it's the end of the world, at least not for truck orders, you know. So it just says that doesn't matter what we will have COVID, we will have wars, we will have rumors, we have fear, we have, you know, elections, everything that's, you know, kind of roller coaster going on in all the different spheres. But yet, trucking, the good news for us, trucking's still here. So that's good news. Yes. Yes. And then as far as the forecasting, This updated version that they have, Coyote, they have not changed that, which is good. We've had multiple sources showing that pretty much, June, July is when the equilibrium will happen. And it means that the favor, in the supply and demand will flip. And interesting, Coyote had this questionnaire sent out to about 500 different companies around U.S. Asking, when do you think this flip will happen for the market? And it's very interesting because looking at this, a lot of them claim quarter third, quarter three, quarter two, quarter four, this year pretty much. There's a high, I would say, agreement that it will definitely happen this year. And then if you break that down per each category, because you have the carriers, you have the shippers, and then the brokers, they all kind of tell a different story when you're looking at my screen, right? So again, looking at this is a questionnaire as a whole. When do these owners or companies, managers or fleet, big fleets, when do they think the flip will happen, the equilibrium will happen, the supply and demand will flip? And a lot of them are saying quarter three, and then secondary would be quarter four, and then after that quarter two. But then again, look at this graph where it's breaking specifically per each type of customer. So you got the broker, carrier, shipper. Looking at this, it says, look, carriers are expecting quarter two and quarter three is highly favorable, which I totally agree with that. Brokers, of course, they also think it's mostly going to be quarter three, which again, broker like Coyote and a lot of the major brokers, they also rely on spot market, but also contract rates. So if you look at this graph, you always have the contract rates a little bit delayed than the spot market freight. Okay, so when you call a broker and you say, when is it gonna flip? When do you think it's gonna get better? You have to understand what you're asking him, because most likely that broker agent, they deal with not just spot market. Okay, so of course they're going to say it. They're not lying, but they're gonna have a little bit delayed response or delayed opinion because they're not basing it on 100% spot market, And yes, but. Anyway, I just thought that was very interesting. And then, of course, shippers say, well, yes, it's going to be the fourth quarter. But come on, okay. Yes, but again, you got under who are the shippers? That's the customers who you deliver the loads for. So, I mean, when you think it like that, it just kind of makes sense. Okay, yes, that's a totally different. That question to them means totally something different than you and me, basically. That's what I'm trying to get at. But anyway.
As a reference, that broker that we had during the February meeting was Nolan
Transportation. Yes, thank you, Nolan. Okay, thank you.
Sorry, your memory is not as good as it was a couple of years ago. I apologize.
No, yes, and he did a great job showing that, and it was very similar to what
the predictions were similar.
Yeah, yes. To what this actually shows for Coyote. But so I just wanted to point that out to you guys, and then I wanted to show a little bit more about let me see, BMO, what they're saying. What is good? There is still a large number of homes under construction, which is true. In places like Texas, for example, we still have, believe it or not, we still have people coming here and not enough spaces to rent out and so forth. So yes, that totally makes sense. Employment and wages, slowing but still strong. That's very true. Carrier strong cash position built during up cycles. And this is very, very important because I told you guys in the very, very beginning, or since I've been telling you guys, about these cycles, when it's really good, that's when you prepare. So yes, there's been a lot of carriers who've been preparing, a lot of owner-operators who've been preparing for this. And we're just going through this cycle, but we also know that once we are to the other side, we will be able to easily recover and fill all the holes that we've buried ourselves if we did, and be able to come out actually stronger and save up even for the next turn. So that's how trucking is, the cycles and how you use them. Infrastructure, fiscal support, strong, durable goods order backlog, used truck values rolling over but even evaluated. I mean, this report, I'm just showing it on the screen. I don't know if any of you guys can see it, but there's a lot of good during this slower economic season comparing to 2008, 2009. If you've been around, and especially in trucking during that time, because I started in 2006, well, 2005 as a driver and then 2006 as an owner-operator. And I remember that, yes, it was very, very similarly, a lot of politicians, a lot of people were, giving in to the fear and so forth with the whole public. And it was, when banks collapsed, and man, I was banking in WAMU, and then it was bought out by Chase. Mm-hmm. I mean, that was, in my opinion, I think a lot more scary. So there's a lot of things that have been put in place back then that is very different what it is now. Of course, we don't know exactly what's going to happen with the future and so forth, and there's all of these, predictions of what's going to happen with money and all of that. All I know is, and people ask me this, like, well, what do you think is going to happen with this crypto and all of this? Well, I mean, we're going to be here. Trucking is going to be here. It doesn't matter if it's paid in dollars or anything else. I mean, we'll just switch to whatever that is. Until it really crashes and burns, I'm not going to worry about it. Yes, but there's a lot of good, stronger things, that we have right now in the economy than we did last time in 2008. Of course, it's not the best, and I'm not going to get into politics of all the stuff, but read commentaries and go into it, but as much as you like. Just all I ask is don't fall into the fear, because fear paralyzes you. And then that's the depression and all, if you let that sit in, that's the doom and death for you, okay? So don't fall into that. But all I know is with these cycles, it shall pass. And it's actually very, very similar to like looking at my graph right now, or this little picture that I've been showing, you guys for a little bit while now. I have in May, I changed my surfer guy to him sitting on the board or laying on the board and getting ready for that wave. That's because that's exactly how I feel like what's going to happen. Next time we're talking about this in June, end of June. When is it? 19th? June 19th is the next Zoom meeting. Yeah, it's going to be very, very different than now. And then July and August, even better. But all why? Because of supply and demand, and we know how the markets work. We know how the cycles work. And the reason why I tell you this, all of this stuff, and because, yes, it's interesting, but it helps to prepare during the good times. It helps not to fall into fear during the bad times. And it also helps to be more focused, I think, whenever it is a bad time, you are focusing on things that matter to even improve even better, like budget, for example. Anybody who is through the hard times, anybody who lives through the hard times, they have this, I don't know, like it's just you're a new type of person. You know, I'm just speaking from experience, right? I mean, you're baptized or something. Like you just, you know how you have the cucumber and then the pickle. You're different, okay? It's not the same.
Just makes you grow financially as a person, as a business owner.
Yes, yes. You look at things differently. And that's why I say, like, it's very, very important to stay in the market for a long term. And that's the best way how you can make money in trucking versus other guys who keep folding every time it gets a little bit hard. I mean, no, this is the time to go through it, endure it, and actually thrive through it. And budgeting and so forth, it's a good thing for you. You know, cutting out fat and so forth is a good thing for you. You know, it's a healthy thing for you financially and so forth. So this is why I'm really for this, you know, going through this. And the good news for you guys, for everyone, is that we're pretty much done with the worst part. Okay, the first quarter, in my opinion, was the worst part because of all of the 3 cycles we're meeting together. But we're pretty much done with that, and now is the time to actually get back out there because it'll take you some time to get into it, of course, if you are starting a new company and so forth. But the guys who do go through this, we're literally starting, we're going to be starting to see some better motivational type of you know, rates and so forth very soon. But yes, I mean, mark my words. And I'm telling this not because, you know, I have a crystal ball and so forth. It's just I've been through this already so many times. This is my 6th cycle starting. I finished with the 5th, and I'm pretty much starting with the 6th. And I've talked to so many people who've been even born before me. Like, yeah. Okay, I think I've sounding like a broken record. But I just wanted to give one last example. It's also similar to a Christmas. I know, it's summer. Let's talk about Christmas a little bit. So when do you start buying the present for your children, you know, for your wife or your girlfriend? When do you start looking for those presents, right? So anybody who thinks, well, yeah, but anybody who thinks he can do it right on the day of Christmas, I mean, there's so many movies and they're all comedy, hilarious and so forth about this, but it's probably funny, but you don't want to be that person. You know, but that's what a lot of us do. You know, we go through these cycles.
Wait until the last minute?
Yeah, no. We prepare. And just think about it. Once you do fail, or you know, or whatever the case that you had last Christmas, well, you want to learn from that experience, right? You want to, okay, how do you do better next time? Oh, next time I am, you know, like I'm looking for presents in July. That's what actually a lot of people do.
Black Friday.
Right. A lot of people do because you get much better deal in July. But yes. Okay. I'm finished. I promise you. Thank you. Go ahead.
Thank you all. I think we're ready to start Wheel of Names, and right after that, we're gonna go ahead and announce the MVOs. Before we do that, we do have one question. So I will make sure that we go over that. And the question came from Omar Whitaker. He's saying, are we getting less of a discount through TA Petrol on the fuel card? Prices seem to have gone up in comparison to other truck stops.
No, it's not that we have less discounts. It has to do with, and this changes all the time, by the way. I've seen them whenever we have very, very huge drops in prices. A lot of times they go up. But it all depends on the market because it fluctuates. I know that per contract, we haven't had any changes to the contract. So per contract... the
discount always varies.
Yes, it varies per location because of that truck stop how much they bought it for and how much they're able to sell it for and so forth, which state they're in and so forth. But from my understanding, you can, I mean, one day it can go down to like, I don't know, 20 or even 10 something cents. And then another day it could
40,
go up.
45, up to 50 cents.
Yeah. I mean, the best case we've seen it at $1.
Almost $1.
Yeah, almost $1. But they fluctuate all the time. And on average, of course, it's always proven to be much better to fuel through TA or Petro versus Flying J or Love's or any other one, QT even. Yeah.
Yeah. Mario Sims, he just added to that. He says, I definitely noticed the price difference. I find cheaper fuel out of network. Just know if you stay out of network, there is a fee. So you will be charged an out of network fee. If I'm not mistaken, it's $1.50 per transaction. So, I mean, there is nothing wrong with that. If you find that it's actually making more sense to fuel out of network, then go for it.
Yeah, like
fee
QT
will just be, $1.50. So just be aware of that.
I've done QT quite a bit whenever it's a legitimate good truck stop.
Yes,
but you got to be careful because some of those very, very fishy type of truck stops, I would be careful with that because that fuel is not a good quality fuel and you're actually going to mess up your truck. But
yeah, just be careful. And also a comment from Randy Beck. He said, as long as Joe Biden is in the office, we're screwed.
I so want to say something about that, but I'm going to
let's move on. Bad girl, and this is Antisra. She's just saying, that's what I like about Peter. He gets it mentally and statistically. So just in reference to your comments about the market.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for that feedback.
And then we have Daryl C. He's asking if we're getting new company stickers because of the location change. We're not getting new stickers. However, we are thinking about just ordering the Midlothian part because right now, I mean, your logo says Cedar Hill, Texas, and majority of our equipment has the Cedar Hill, Texas. But we are not thinking about redoing those completely. But instead, we can just remove the Cedar Hill part really easily and replace it with Midlothian. So that's probably what we're going to do instead of doing new logos all around.
Why? Do you guys think that we need to redo the logo? I designed it myself, but okay.
Yes, no, I don't think there is any changing on the logo itself.
No, I like it.
But it is a good comment about the location because we did order new stickers for the trailers that we have here in the yard to replace them with this Midlothian. But
yes,
as far as everything else, we're just going to go ahead and replace the city maybe in the next couple of months.
An app instead of the website. Yes. Oh boy, we've actually played with that a couple times, and yeah. It has its own pros and cons.
We'll see.
No, we've attempted it, but it just has its own pros and cons. It's a hard thing having to deal with all the different devices and web browser, and then when you add a bunch of different phones and app and stuff, yeah. Maybe someday.
Yeah. So, okay, we already agreed that there's not going to be changes on the PDP logo. Mario Sims, he said definitely redo it. I'm not sure if he was referencing to that or not. Also, with all the truck washes, mine is starting to come off. If your logo comes off, definitely let us know. We can send you a new one. And
or you can come here and we can replace it for you.
Yes,
just let us.
We can do that.
Yes, that's why
so
we got the shop.
Let us know. Yes. I think we're actually ready for the wheel of names.
Yep. Okay, I'm ready. So, the drawing, that's the word that I was thinking of the last. Yes, let's do the drawing. Okay, we got 2 winners, right?
Yes.
for the $300 each. But everybody's a winner because everybody gets
Everybody gets the three positive points.
So, and the first winner is it's so close.
Greg Larson.
Woohoo! Greg, are you here?
Greg. Just let us know you're here.
All right, all right,
Hey.
all right.
All right. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
All righty.
Greg win one more time, I quit.
Haters gonna hate. Haters gonna hate.
No, we're doing it fair, okay?
Make sure you shuffle the names a couple of times so they can see that we're doing that.
Yeah, shuffle.
shuffle.
Oh, yeah. Look, look. Ooh, that's fancy.
Okay.
Shuffle, 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 shuffle,
Okay,
shuffle,
we're ready,
shuffle.
we're ready.
Okay. And the second winner is...
David Owens.
Woohoo!
Congratulations, Dave.
David, are you here?
David Owens.
I think I've seen him here.
Yeah.
David Owens, right here. Here, I'm asking him to unmute.
Yes, I'm here. Thank you.
Yes, congratulations, David.
Woo.
Woohoo!
All right, so now the exciting part, or the second exciting part.
Yes. Okay. Hold on. Alrighty.
So
So
most valuable owner operator.
yes, and I'll start from the bottom. Let's do from the bottom. So the number 3 winner,
Third place.
yes, $250 is Michael Harris. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Michael.
Woo! Alrighty, and then the second winner, the number 2 winner of $750 is Jake Hughes. Woohoo!
Congratulations, Jake.
Yes, most valuable operator award. But here we go. We have the first time winner, and David Soto's been with us for some time, but this is his first time winning the number 1.
First place.
Yes, first place of $1,000. Woohoo! David
Hey,
Soto.
Dave Soto. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Yes.
Thank you. I wasn't expecting that.
Yes. So if any of you have any questions on how that works, please, please.
Show them on your-
Yes. This one?
Yes.
No, he was
there it
showing
is.
it. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome.
Were you
We're
showing
good?
it?
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome.
Yeah, so if you have any questions on how that works, please let us know. We want to explain, and we know. I mean, the girls at the office, they can show you everything and explain to you bits by pieces on how to improve and how to reach those, first, second, and third places. But I'm really, really proud of y'all. Thank you so much for doing all that you do. Being safe out there, obviously, passing the roadside inspections and so forth. I'm really excited about the insurance renewal because we're gonna see much, much lesser, prices on that because of all of you guys. Thank you. And the next
meeting is gonna
yes,
be on June 19 at 6 p.m.
it's a Monday, 6 p.m.
Correct.
So yes, thank you y'all for joining us. God
Thank you
bless.
for
Be
being
safe
here
out there.
tonight. Thanks.